values in a data model. Basically, you are able to filter a particular report or visual using different columns as you wish. So how do they work? I'm going to quickly show you with this example. Let's say, for example, this is a sales report. Now, we want to be able to see this report from the lens of business segments, location, and product categories. You can see as I toggle between these filters, I have the right view according to the kind of filter selected. Now, what is the essence of this? This allows you to have a very concise report, and it allows you to be able to draw it down. You know, normally your matrix has this ability to drill down. So if you click on this drill down, you are able to see all the categorization. For example, furniture, bookcases, chairs, furnishings, tables. That's what you have in this product categories. Office supplies, these are the things that are under office supplies, and under technology, these are the product under technology. You can do the same thing for location. When you drill down, you see it is first of all from region to country, then down to city. You can see that new columns are sort of expert matrix. When we want to do field parameters, it's easier seen in a matrix. So I'm going to click on matrix and drag my matrix to the center. So I'll populate this matrix with data sets. It is essential that you start with a row. So I'm going to start with region in the row, and I'll just put some values here. For example, sales. I can put profit as well. Profit. Yes, and maybe percentage profits over years, something like that. So let me stop with this three. And let's say we want to see this information more than with more than region information. So for example, want to see this information with a country view, with a city view. I want to see segment view. I want to know sales by sub-segments. It's not going to be possible without field parameters. So for example, if I load in more items here, you see what happens. So I've got region there. If I add country to my region, well, it might still work well a little bit. You see Oceania, Australia, New Zealand, etc., right? Then if I had city under the country, and you realize that if I click on Australia, then it's showing me all the city under Australia. Still seems to work fine, right? I mean, to some extent. And then if I go ahead and say I want to see the category, so of whatever was sold, you can also see, okay, it's if I click on this city, show me category of what was sold. But if say I want to drill down to the level of item, for example, but you can also see that why I do this, it's just opening it under Oceania, right? So if I go ahead and say, okay, I want to see items sold. So I'll go to product name and put it in here. And when you put items sold, furniture, under furniture, you can see the individual items sold. And the downside to this is that you are not able to see all of this like in columns. So for example, in different column well arranged, just like we have it here. And also, there are possibility that you don't have that kind of toggling ability you need. So you have to use this min and max button every time. So for you to make this reporting convenient for your users, I'm going to show you how to do that with field parameters. Okay, so I will get rid of all the uh, items I added to the row, and I will leave it to the level, just to the level of region. Now it's just in region. Okay, so I'll go straight to modeling, and I will say new parameter. In my new parameter, I'm only concerned with fields. I'll click on the field, and field parameter will open. So I can name it maybe uh, dimension or whatever. And I'm going to say I want to have a kind of hierarchy. So it is good to drag in the columns just as you want the hierarchy to look like. For me, the first thing I want to drag in here is region. Although we have region here already, I will drag in region because we'll get rid of that region later. And then I will say after region, I want to see sales and other values by country, and then by city, and by product name. And I will go ahead and say the next category I want to see, or the next hierarchy I want to see, is product category. And I will drag in category there, and I will say, okay, I also want to be able to see it by subcategories. I'll do the same, and I'll say, okay, what about seeing it by segments as well? So I'll bring in segments. Now, this is me all done with my field parameters, and I will say uh, create the parameter for me. And once the parameter is created, it will automatically create this filter for you. So you have this filter created by default from the parameter, and you can see the code behind it. So when you click on you come here, you see your field parameter. So let me see, dim. All right, so you can see the field parameters here. When you expand it, you see what you've created. When you want to see if this work, so you can click on region, country, for example, but it's not going to work because it is not yet connected in any way to this table. How can we make it work with this table? Click on this table or matrix and get rid of region. So when you get rid of region, then come and drag your field parameters into the rows, and you see that, oh, this is working perfectly now. So when you expand, you can see Canada. When you expand, you can see the city. So it's following this hierarchy. When you expand, you can see product name, and I think the category office supply, the subcategory binders, and the segment consumer. So you see that it's working just like you want it to work in this table. However, you may ask, this is not different from what we were able to see the other time without field parameters. Now you will see the difference. If I click on region, I will only have information strictly based on region, which is clean. If I click on country, I will have information just based on countries. If I click on city, the same thing. So this is product name. Category, you see, you're only seeing the category. You can see that technology has the highest sales, and as well as the highest profit. And you see that even though furniture has a better sales than office supply, it returns lesser profit than office supply. So you'll be able to see uh, good insights quickly from here. Now, how can we achieve the level of categorization I did here? So for example, I combined three of those parameters into one, whereby if you click on business segment, you'll be able to see consumer, corporate office, and home office, and you'll be able to see the products. If you click on location, for example, you will be able to see continent, and you'll be able to see the country, and then you'll be able to see the city. So you see region, country, city, and you'll be able to see the product name. All right. So to have this kind of perfect view, what are we going to do? Let's head over to what we're building. To do this level of categorization, so I want to have region, country, and city in a single filter, and I want to have category and subcategory in a single filter, and I want to have segment also in a single filter. Well, it is pretty easy, but I'm not going to do that today. For the purpose of this class, I'm just going to stop it here to let you see how grid parameters actually work and how you can apply it in reporting. So if you have any question, you can send comments, pass that through the comment, and um, in the next 24 hours, I will make a video on how to categorize these parameters into a single filter such that when you click the filter, you can expand into the fields that you categorize, you put into similar categories. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you've learned something new. Any question, just drop in the comment section and I will attend to them.